It's gonna be a long conversation. Where did he throw it away?
There was a little bit left. I used
I
it.
know.
I disposed of the tray.
You what?
Used it, and then
Oh, you
disposed of the
used
tray.
it. Then okay, so
There was only a little
it
bit.
didn't stay on the tray.
This defendant walks into court already dealing with a serious criminal case, and somehow he still decided to mess around with things he absolutely should have avoided while out on bond. You'd think somebody facing major charges would keep their head down and follow every rule exactly, but apparently not. His attorney's trying hard to smooth everything over, but the second the truth starts coming out, you can feel the entire mood in the courtroom shift. At that point, it stops looking like a mistake and starts looking like someone who either can't control themselves or just doesn't take the court seriously at all. Let me know what you think. Does this guy deserve another chance, or did he completely blow it? Let's get into it.
Ready, Judge.
Yeah, Jonathan, on behalf of the people.
Court shall feaster Assistant Public Defender, Mr. Walter LaCroix. Mr. LaCroix, please state your name for the record.
Walter LaCroix.
Thank you, Judge. I have spoken to Mr. Emmons about this case. He's going to do some further look at the matter to see where we stand in terms of an offer. We're asking just for an adjournment for a couple of weeks of the PCC. And then I need to address his, it's not a bond violation yet, I don't believe, but it's a bond report where Mr. Croy given permission to test in Genesee County. He signed up for a program, DNA testing in Genesee County. That program did not release testing results to the community corrections unless he was
Well, hold on a second. That's not what I have. Do you have his progress report?
The one that I have, I do have a progress report. I don't
From August 28th?
I don't believe that's the date. Let me check.
Mr. Allen?
Yeah, mine dated August 28th.
In terms of his testing, I have so he's here on an operating while intoxicated causing death.
That's correct, Judge.
All right. And on August 20th, after his arraignment, what day was he arraigned?
Arraigned on the 16th.
So then he got tested on the 16th he was ordered. He wanted to test there. He tests on August 20th, and he's positive for cocaine.
Correct, Your Honor. I'm aware of that.
Then on the 22nd, he didn't appear for his testing.
That was when I was setting up to be tested in Genesee County. And I called the lady down here to let her know right away.
Let's go back a moment, because I don't think he's been before me.
I don't believe so, Judge. Just asking for a 2-week adjournment to see where we stand in terms of the potential.
Why is he testing positive for cocaine after getting charged and arraigned on an operating while intoxicated causing death?
Because he used cocaine, Your Honor. Obviously. I don't think he's.
No, it's a fair answer to my question. I'm just saying why.
Yes, Judge.
Why? I mean, why is he using anything?
Well, my understanding is he is not any longer.
What?
My understanding is he is not any longer, but he previously was. He began testing, transferred that testing to Genesee County per the instructions he was given at arraignment. He's been testing there, but they are not reporting the results here unless he is positive. They have not called him to test this week. He's called them twice a day to go test. They have not called him, so he went over today to community corrections and tested here. And he is going to change if the court allows
He
him.
tested here today.
Here this morning.
What is it? Do we have results on that?
I don't have it.
I don't have anything yet,
I was
Judge.
informed about it this morning myself.
So, go ahead, Mr. Green.
Thank you, Judge. So rather than do the Genesee County testing that authorized to do that does not send the reports as community corrections would require, he has signed up again today to test here and do all of his testing here, although he does not live here. He has a relative here with him who has agreed to drive him back and forth to do that testing, if he is allowed, Your Honor. I understand.
What was the intoxicant in the primary offense?
Okay.
So let me get this right. He's charged. I just want to make sure. So I have it clear in my head.
You do.
He was charged with operating while intoxicated causing death.
Yes, Your Honor.
The intoxicant in that charge is cocaine.
Yes, Your Honor.
He's in arraigned, so now he knows what he's charged with.
Yes.
He's told to go to community corrections. When he gets to community corrections, mind you, 4 days later,
He tests positive.
he tests positive for cocaine.
I had some at my house, which I disposed of.
In your nose or what?
I had it in a tray and I disposed of it.
You what?
I had it in a tray
And
I
then you
threw
just
it away.
smoked it.
I threw it away.
You threw it away? How's that work? Where did you throw it? It's gonna be a long conversation. Where did you throw it away?
There was a little bit left. I used
I
it.
know.
I disposed of the tray.
You what?
I used it and then
Oh, you
disposed of the
used
tray.
it. Then okay, so
There was only a little
it
bit.
didn't stay on the tray.
And I disposed of the tray.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, well.
And since then, I haven't touched it since.
What's that?
Okay. He probably stopped using because he's coming today. And yeah,
I'm printing them now.
you're printing him. So somebody needs to answer for me. Why was he using after being arraigned
I mean, obviously,
on this charge? And why was he using?
I
I
don't.
have my theory, Your Honor.
I don't think there's any answer to
Oh, darn.
satisfy the court as to why.
And by the way, you're still using.
This is the moment where you can literally watch the whole situation collapse in real time. All he had to do was stay clean and follow the bond conditions for a little while, and somehow even that turned into another problem. The more he talks, the worse it sounds too. You can tell he's trying to come up with an explanation on the spot, but none of it really lines up when you remember the charges he's already facing. And honestly, his own attorney looks exhausted here. There's only so much a lawyer can do when their client keeps creating new issues right in the middle of an active case. Meanwhile, Judge Simpson clearly isn't treating this lightly at all. Bond violations are a huge deal because being out on bond is basically the court saying, we trust you enough to stay free while this case moves forward. The second you break those rules, that trust disappears fast. And what makes this hearing frustrating is that the defendant still seems to act like it's not that serious. But judges usually see it differently. Once somebody proves they can't follow simple conditions, the court starts questioning everything else too. What do you guys think? Would you give him another shot after this? Or is the judge right to crack down?
Honestly, I don't see how.
Oh, really? Hold on.
I've never
Big Red.
heard
You know what?
that.
The thing I hate more than anything is when somebody lies to me. Counsel, approach briefly. You want to see this? That's my copy, though. Yeah, this is the one he took today. No, not at all. We need all of this on the record.
And the last positive from the second to 7 days later.
Yeah, 7 days later, and a little bit he threw away. That. Go ahead. I'm sorry, I'm messing up your story.
To answer your previous question, Judge, why?
Oh, he's positive for cocaine.
Judge. And
Just so that we know.
thank you, Judge. And to answer your previous question as to why he's still using after being arraigned,
Sure.
clearly he has a problem, Your Honor. There's no answer I can give you that can justify use of cocaine after arraignment when it's an illegal. He doesn't have any type of special license to allow him to use cocaine, Judge. So clearly he has a problem. He is willing to fix that problem. He is working, and he did voluntarily come here today and take a test. So he's asking you to not say that.
Right. No.
No, you have to stay.
Right. Anything else?
All I can say, Your Honor. So to the positive test, Your Honor, I have no explanation aside from what he already told you.
Which positive test?
The
First one or this one?
The first positive test. Your Honor.
Oh,
The
okay.
explanation he gave you is that he used it and then threw away the tray. After he was arraigned, after he was ordered not to use, have no explanation, Your Honor. He'll just ask for mercy from the court on that, and he is willing to get any treatment that the court would allow him to take place.
Because that he can't follow the court's order. I don't know how he's going to do treatment. And the other thing is, he doesn't test when he's supposed to test. So it seems to me I have two options. I can let him go and say, oh, well, best wishes. Or what I can allow him to do is go back out there, use some more cocaine and kill somebody else. I'll let you know. Not doing it.
Understood, Judge.
Defendant's bond is revoked. Defendant's remanded to the Washington County Jail. I'll set his hearing September 12th, 2024, 9 a.m. for probable cause.
9/12.
9/12.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.
This whole hearing is honestly the perfect example of how quickly things can spiral once somebody stops taking the court process seriously. You could tell Judge Simpson was willing to give him some room at first, but there's only so much patience the system has when someone keeps ignoring the rules over and over. And the sad part is, this happens way more often than people realize. A lot of defendants end up making their situation way worse, not because of the original charge, but because they can't stay compliant while out on bond. Failing drug tests, skipping conditions, ignoring supervision. That's the kind of stuff that turns a manageable case into jail time very quickly. At some point, the court stops seeing mistakes and starts seeing a pattern. And once that happens, getting another chance becomes a lot harder. Hopefully this guy figures things out before trial, because right now, it really feels like he's working against himself more than anyone else is. Let me know what you think. Was Judge Simpson right to come down hard here, or would you have given him one more opportunity? Thanks so much for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe.